Hi, on today's episode, we'll be talking about paternity fraud. And with me in the house, I have Mr. Oluwajoba Charles. Mr. Charles, you're welcome on the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Mr. Charles. Paternity fraud. It's alarming in Nigeria now. There is this post I saw. They said, according to the 2025 annual DNA testing report released by Smart DNA Nigeria, it says that 1 in every 4 paternity tests conducted in Nigeria returned negative results in the past 1 year. 1 in every 4.
Wow.
This implies that 1 in every 4 presumed fathers are not the biological parents. You can imagine that. How do you see that statistics?
That is very terrible. A man who got married, and the wife gave birth to children. At the end of the day, maybe after a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4, or 5, 10, let's say 10, and now something just came up that you want to go for a DNA test, and you now discover that all those children are not yours.
Not yours.
It's something that's it's a big blow to the man.
That's true. But who do we actually blame for this? Is it the economy? Is it the man? Is it the woman? Why is the statistics going up every day? Why is it increasing every day?
The blame should be shifted to the woman.
Entirely?
Entirely. 100% blame to the women.
Why do you think the blame should entirely be on the woman?
They are the one that own their belly.
Okay.
They know what they've done.
Okay. But in cases where it happens, let's say a man discovers that he's not the father of, let's say, 3 kids, 4 kids that the man has bonded so well with. What's the feeling like? I know you've not experienced that, but as a man, what do you think?
Well, I can't say I know what to do because I cannot feel it now. I can only imagine.
That's right.
I can only imagine.
That's right.
Let's now assume that it happens. Well, those children, I still consider them as mine.
Really?
Because a child that calls you father, you've taken responsibility, you give them shelter, clothing, you provide everything for them. The bond is already there. You are the only man they know as father, even if the DNA prove you otherwise. So you still be part of the life.
Okay, so what if the biological father comes out, after a while, let's say 20 years, 30 years, or 15, 20, let me just put it like that, and comes to claim his children? What would the feeling be like?
A man who have gone into the oblivion for years, and I don't even know.
Of course.
Just some of surface then that he has children somewhere. Well, since the DNA have proven that children are not mine, I would say, well, he will have to pay.
Oh, right, he will have to pay. What if he? I don't know. What if he takes it, to take legal measures on it, take it to court, begin to make an issue out of it?
Well, I would, join the issue with him.
Okay.
I will join in the suit. I want to know
where he has been,
to what extent he could go.
Okay.
Because you've been away, you broke into my marriage, you neglected my wife,
my
cousin,
right.
I don't know about it, and you're now coming to claim a child that you have children.
Okay.
In my home. It's going to be a tug of war.
That's right. I can imagine. So someone here says, man, if DNA confirms the baby is not yours, it does not change the fact that you must take responsibility of the baby. Women go through a lot in marriages, and women deserve better. Does that make sense?
Well, I don't know about the women, but I know about the children.
Okay.
That are mine.
Okay.
Because they are innocent. They don't know anything. Okay. It is all their mother's fault.
Okay.
And I'm not going to shift the blame on them.
Okay, but if you can actually accept children that DNA has proven that they are not yours, it's a nice one. But I'm not sure all men will do that.
I am not accepting them as my children, but I will not stop the responsibility as a father in their life, because I've always been.
Okay, I understand it now. Okay, so a comment here says that a 42-year-old man killed himself after he discovered that he's not the biological father of his 10-year-old daughter that he raised. The man has been married to the mother of the child for 13 years. Imagine taking his own life because he discovered that the child is not his. And you are here saying that if you discover that, you will still continue to take responsibility. Like, wouldn't it have any effects, negative effects? Look at it, someone went to the extent of taking his own life. Is it that bad?
Sure, there will be a kind of a psychological effect on the man, but that's not the end of the world, Okay. And I think this issue has sent a lot of men to their early grave, and it called for a great concern. And I think something must be done about it.
okay, saying from what you said, something must be done about it. Do you think the government should make DNA testing mandatory? Let's say as soon as the child is born in the health facility, they get tested, they have the DNA test, and probably they should make it free. What do you think?
I am going to say that it's going to be disastrous.
Okay.
So it will not end well because a lot of men will be affected. This issue affects only men.
Yes.
And I think my own resolution about it is that the government should enact a law.
Okay.
That will make a child of a couple to belong to the couple.
Okay, whether the woman got it somewhere else.
DNA says
yes or no.
you hold the child.
That's funny. Okay, so a law should be, sent out that as long as you have that child in marriage, that child remains your child. And funny enough, in the Igbo tradition, that's how it is. Any child you have in marriage is your child. So there is nothing like, let me have a DNA test to confirm if this is my child or not. That's the Igbo tradition.
Provided you married the woman legally.
Yes.
Because a man that just impregnated a girl and ran away,
that's not marriage.
It's now coming back to claim
that's a different case.
But this now you are legally married. So the child, the government should find a way to enact a law that the children between them should belong to them. Okay, Mr. Charles said the government should give a law that any child you have in marriage is your child. Well, you can have your own opinion about it. We will also love to hear from you guys in the comment section. So we are going forward. Someone also said, so I found the DNA test result of my 3 kids in my husband's closet. Although all the kids are his biological children, yet I feel betrayed. I never cheated on my husband since we got married. I don't know why he took that decision. Should I confront him? Now, this is the impact on women. When men are demanding for a paternity test, women also feel betrayed, especially the faithful ones. You've been faithful to your husband, and all of a sudden, maybe his friend got a DNA test for his children, and it turned out not to be his. Your husband, who is his friend too, decides to get his without even telling you. It's sort of a betrayal for women. Like, I trust you, I love you, I'm devoted, I'm not cheating, yet you do that. So this also tells on women. So now the lady is saying, should she confront the husband? She feels betrayed. She can. Okay. But that's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So? I'm a woman. It's a big deal. You trust the man, but you just end up knowing that he doesn't trust you. I mean, I think what should have been done there is the man should have discussed with the wife that, okay, look at what happened in this person's home. Should we have a DNA test? It's at least to some extent, it means that he can share his fears with you. Yeah, and you think that if this is stable in many homes, the woman will consent to the DNA. it's better to try. They just bring up an issue. It's true, and they'll begin to fight about it. Yes. God help us. All right, so I have another comment here. I secretly got a DNA test done on our newborn because she looks nothing like me and discovered she isn't my daughter. When I confronted my wife with the results, she said science isn't always accurate. That's the underline that. Don't be dramatic. You're still her father regardless of genetics. She said science isn't always accurate. It's good. How do you weigh that statement? Maybe he's talking from the angle from the fact that sometimes there may be a mixed up at the lab in reporting. Okay. Yes. But regardless of the genetics, he's still the father. Okay. But he may not be the father. the biological father. Thank you. She did not say biological father. Yes, she said the father. All right. So the effect on men, I see that is really bad. For someone to have killed himself because of that, if there is a fraud in paternity, it really has a bad effect on men. But it also has a negative effect on women. So when men go testing and they just assume that you haven't been faithful. This lady said, if my husband for no reason doubts the paternity of his children at any point in time, for sure I will concede to a DNA test immediately, but with a heavy condition. Now, this is the condition. He will sign an agreement that he's going to pay me 100 million naira for mistrust and emotional trauma because I am very sure that the children are his. Dear women, please know the fear DNA test if you know that there's no skeleton in your closet. So because my husband is doubting my fidelity and he wants to get a DNA test for his children, which I gave birth to, because he's doubting me, he's going to pay me 100 million if the children turns out to be his. Now, this is the effect on women. But I also want to say, what if the children turn out not to be his? What happens? Oh, wow, it's going to be terrible. After this sort of agreement, this bragging, the table will turn. But I would like to say that every woman should bring this up in their marriage.
Right.
Yes, now they
Okay.
shouldn't wait for the man to say, let's go for DNA test.
Okay, they should be the one to.
They should be the one to say, man,
Imagine.
so that we know that you are the father of these children.
Children.
Can we go for DNA?
Wow. Okay, I think that's a bit easier.
Yes,
to make the whole thing easier.
very
At
well.
least if you don't have, like she said, if you don't have any skeleton in your closet,
cupboard,
then that means you can actually go. Feel free to go for
darling,
DNA
can
test.
we go for DNA test?
Wow.
Because
the man will just be looking at you.
because
What happened?
you know, based on the fact of from the what is going on in the society now, every woman is a suspect now.
I'm
All
here.
women
I'm here.
all women
Are you calling me a suspect?
Are suspect now, you know. And then everywhere men and women should at least, you know, bring it up. If you are well to do, you can afford the bill done in peace, so that you trust me.
Okay.
So that they will say, this your child looks like somebody else.
I know.
I don't know what
Who the child looks like.
Can we go for the test if you can't afford it?
Okay.
So without any issue. And please, women, if your husband, you know, bring it up, do not
start a fight.
Start fighting that. I will know why would you? Is it that you don't trust me?
Okay.
Just say yes. Let's go there.
Okay.
Even the man can even consider on their way. Let's go back. Okay. I've tested you.
Imagine that kind of test. Okay. But I've also heard of an instance that the woman has been faithful, and let me read. There's a particular comment I have here concerning that. So they said a man who suspected his wife had to take her and the kid. They went to the child for a paternity test, and it turns out that he's not the father of the child. And the wife was screaming and like, I have never been unfaithful to you. I have never slept with another man. This is your child. So the hospital decided to get maternity tests also. Okay. And it turns out that the mother is not even the mother of the child. Now imagine if they had gone home. You know, the hospital did not intervene. They had gone home. You know that marriage is broken already. And the man would be like, so this lady, after all the bragging, you've not been faithful to me. So it turned out that the wife is not the mother of the child. Mother and the father is not the father of the child. So where she had a baby, you know, they had to go to the hospital, you know, begin to question and all of that. And it turns out that their child was switched at birth. So when that was done, you know, the hospital began to have their own investigation and all of that. At the end, they discovered that her own baby was in foster care, was given to other people. And then that's how the baby was gotten back and all of that. So look at the emotional, you know, stress and everything. So I think men should be calm a bit sometimes. When they go to the hospital and they are not the father of the child, they should be calm. Not just blaming the wife. Oh, okay, let's have a maternity test. Or let's I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about that story? The story is somehow unbelievable, though we've been watching a lot of movies. Okay. That it does happen. It's actually a life story. Someone's comment here. Okay, now if the DNA test proof the husband is not the father of the baby, you said the man should keep calm. Okay. It's not that easy. Okay. It's not that easy. But I know. But what happened? What I know is that the woman, I think she knows what she's doing and she knows how faithful. Okay, she is with her husband. That was what gave her the confidence. She said, no, maybe this DNA lied or something happened. Okay. You have to check it out for that test. Okay. So we're gradually getting to the end of our show. So I have this one comment here. Very, very it's funny. This lady said the husband came home in a worrying state. He talked to her. He said he wanted to talk to her, and he began to explain to her that his mistress is pregnant, and she's threatening to, you know, come public and talk about the pregnancy. So he didn't want the wife to hear it from the mistress's mouth. He wanted to tell the wife directly. Now the wife is saying that she knows that the mistress is lying, that she is not pregnant for her husband because her husband is infertile. She knows this because the 3 children they have in marriage are not the husband's son. She doesn't want to come out to tell the husband, you know, so that the husband wouldn't also know that the children she has are not his. Now, look at that story. How does it sound? Can a man actually be infertile? He doesn't know. And what do you think? I don't believe that. Okay. I don't believe that a man will be infertile and I will not know about it. Really? Except the wife is the cause of the infertility. Imagine. Okay. Let me just throw you one last question. So, when we started, you said you can actually accept children that you have found out it has been biologically proven that you are not the father. You can accept them, you can accept to still be responsible for them. Yeah. Okay, so after taking care of them for years, the father is actually somewhere. I hope you know that. And he's also monitoring the progress of the children. You know, let's say there is a female child among them and she's about to get married. The husband comes. You know, it's actually the rightful father. If he is alive, he's the one who should give his child out in marriage. I don't know if it happens like that in your place, but my place, they will have to look for the father as long as he's alive. he's the one to bless the marriage and give his child hand in marriage. So how would you feel that after raising a child, bonding and everything, on the occasion of her marriage, the real father comes up and he's the one giving out the marriage list. He's the one collecting all the items and he's the one sitting and carrying his shoulder up and collecting everything. How would you feel?
Well, I will say whose blessings matters to the child. Okay. Is it a ghost father who doesn't know how the child grew up? Who doesn't know what the child looks like at first, but he just showed up all of a sudden that child with my wife, or a father, the real father, who has been taking responsibility, even not the biological, the real father, the only person they know and they call father.
Okay.
So I think my prayer matters to them.
But tradition doesn't say it that way. Tradition demands that the biological father should do that. In villages, it's not as it is in the cities. Some people will begin to, start saying, look at it. The father is not the one. Talks will come from here and there. And there are actually consequences. Yes, I think you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, in my area, a child you don't raise, a child you don't pay, her mother bride price, you cannot give the husband because you've not done anything to the child. So at worst, you allow the mother to do it, the mother's family, because they're the one taking care of the child. You can't take what
it's not yours. What you have not invested.
You are just a sperm donor there.
Wow, that hit me hard. So he said you're just a sperm donor. Imagine getting somebody's wife pregnant, right? This is somebody else's wife. You got pregnant and you want to come and give that child out in marriage. You're just a sperm donor for your information. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Charles, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful time on the show. Do you have something else to tell us? Like, you have any encounter, any experience, any story about this paternity fraud issue?
Well, as it is in Nigeria, a man, I think a banker sometimes, he had 2 children. At the end of the day, the story ended up being the 2 child belong to the wife boss.
Okay.
So, and the man took those 2 children abroad. The man later committed suicide. I think every Nigerian knows about the story.
Wow.
It is pathetic. Very worrisome. And like I say, government should rise up to their responsibility to stop all this menace. Okay. How to make law to restrict women from having.
Can that law actually stand?
Of course.
Okay.
So if a law is prohibiting or incriminating a man impregnating a married woman, and you are aware that if I've done this, maybe I'm going for 21 years jail, and you wouldn't even show up.
You won't try it
and claim any child.
The child.
And the woman in question, if there's any law also prohibiting or incriminating that act, that when you are found guilty, something will be done. I think that will reduce the infidelity in marriage. Okay.
Wow. So the government should enact a law. Okay. That's actually a nice one. At least all these paternity fraud the statistics will actually go down, hopefully. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Charles. It was really nice having you on the show. We wish to have you on subsequent shows. And this is actually the G-Fox Talk Show, and we are happy to have you today. It's your host, Mabel, a person Mabel. And it's all about paternity fraud today. Let's know what you think about this DNA testing results that comes out negative. Thank you so much for watching us today. We hope to have you on our next episode. Bye.